Tempted to have a dabble on the stock market.
Why take risks? This bonus is an unexpected perk. I'm putting the whole £2,000 into a high-interest savings account.
Oh, the communication stocks are soaring at the moment.
Well, if it isn't Donald and Ivana flexing their financial muscles. I better alert the Chancellor. Don't want you two destabilising the economy, now do we? Any messages?
Lauren called. Her parents are in town and she's asked them over for drinks this evening. She wants you home by 7.
Her parents? I didn't know she had any. Always imagined she was an immaculate conception.
She's obviously been shielding them from you, no?
I know this must seem alien to you, Margaret, but in this country, we find the person we want to marry, and then we're introduced to their parents. It's eccentric, but we just prefer it that way.
It's a big moment meeting your girlfriend's parents.
Not really, Vaughan. You just shake them by the hand and apologise for doing unmentionable things to their daughter. Or in your case, you just apologise. Full stop.
Under the circumstances, I'm willing to overlook that unpleasant remark.
Oh, yes, I forgot. His parents dumped him at birth. They'll never know what a lucky escape they had.
And what good has having parents done you, Maggie? You've absorbed their prejudices, their insecurities, their tastes in soft furnishings. You'd have been better off being born in a test tube.
For goodness sake, you two, will you stop it? Nobody's childhood was perfect.
I bet yours was.
As a matter of fact, it wasn't. None of us can choose our parents. I was constantly embarrassed by mine.
Embarrassed? What were they? Happy clappers?
I wish.
Not Morris dancers.
But if you must know, they were naturists.
Nudists, what?
There was nothing smutty about it. My parents are highly respected members of the naturist community and are regularly invited to contribute to leading publications.
Not health and efficiency, Vaughan.
Amongst others, yes.
Oh, dear. I fear I may have had my first sexual experience looking at your mother.
Yeah. There's nothing you can say I haven't heard before.
Were you that ugly-looking twat in the background playing volleyball?
Look, despite their foibles, I was brought up secure in the knowledge that I was loved. I wanted for nothing.
Well, apart from clothes.
The point is, we all need parents.
As Bob is living proof. When you don't have any, he is what you get.
Dear bittersweet Maggie, perhaps you should put something away for the future. Maybe Scottish widows have got a London branch. English spinsters. You wanted to see me before I go, sir?
Yes, Bob, do come and sit down. Now, I hear that you're meeting Lauren's parents tonight.
Indeed I am, sir.
I remember meeting my mother-in-law for the first time. She was a very attractive woman, I can tell you.
Oh, I'm sure she was, sir, if Mrs. Marketing Director is anything to go by.
Well, I'm only human, Bob. I saw my chance for the double and I took it. Let's face it, it's every man's dream menage a trois, the mother-daughter combo.
Absolutely, sir.
It was bloody marvellous to begin with. I could hardly wait for the weekends. Now, I must confess, I do rather dread her visits. She'll be 80 this year. I mean, it's hard enough getting it up for the wife, let alone a mother. So, go for it, Bob. Enjoy. Believe you me, there's nothing quite like it. But for heaven's sake, do make sure that the dear lady understands that it is for a limited period only.
Point taken, sir. Many, many thanks.
Well, as you know, I've always felt paternal towards you, Bob. I'd be failing in my duty if I didn't impart some fatherly advice from time to time. Ah, that'll be my dance instructor. In your pop, Rudy. I'm ready for you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, great.
You seem a little jumpy.
I'm always like this in the tunnel. I'll be fine when I get onto the pitch.
It's not a big deal. They're just parents. Don't try to impress them. Just be yourself.
Okay. truth is, I've never been very good with parents. I think it stems from the fact I never had any of my own. You see, I was abandoned at birth, next to the fish counter at Sainsbury's. A shelf stacker found me in a trolley with a bag of rice, half a dozen eggs and a pound of smoked haddock. To this day, I can't eat kedgeree. Oh my God, they're here! Oh, darling, remind me, what are their names again?
Isabel and Michael.
Isabella Michael. Isabella Michael.
Honey, relax.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Darling.
Daddy.
Beautiful.
You'll never guess who I met on the way over here. The Codringtons. Didn't their daughter come and play tennis with you? Terrible acne.
Mommy, Daddy. This is Bob.
It's really wonderful to meet you. Hello. Lawrence told me so much about you both.
Really? What did she say?
She said she had parents.
Well, Bob, it's nice to meet you. Sweetheart, little offering. It's the 85, so it doesn't want to be too chilled.
Lovely. I'll get some glasses.
No, I'll get them.
No, you stay here and look after Mommy. And Daddy can help me with the champagne.
Well, come and sit down and tell me all about yourself.
Okay.
Well?
My favourite food's pasta. I love vermicelli and a pesto sauce. It's almost worth becoming bulimic. So when I'm finished, I can puke it up and have another bowl.
So, tell me about your job, Bob.
I'm a marketing man. Toiletries, personal hygiene products. I've just taken control of our new panty pads line. I've got a box of samples next door if you want to try one. Fancy a nibble, Mrs. Hudson?
No,
Or may I call you Elizabeth?
I'd rather you didn't.
It's quite common for people to dislike their name. What would you prefer me to call you?
Isabel.
I like the name Elizabeth.
So do I, but my name is Isabel.
Oh, I don't think you'll find it is.
Are you suggesting that I don't know my own name?
Lauren, what's your mother's name?
Isabel.
Darling, I'd love a tour of the flat. And we can talk.
Okay. Bobby, will you look after Daddy?
Nice. How about some music?
Sure, whatever you want.
Great. You can't hear a word I'm saying. Do you dress to the left or to the right? Because apparently if it's the left, you harbour homosexual tendencies. When you wear boxer shorts with a centre seam, do you find it chafes the scrotum? Is it just me, or do you fall asleep cradling your bollocks as well?
You got this music on so loudly! Poor Daddy's practically deaf. Thank goodness he could lip read or he would have never understood a word you were saying. You don't care what anybody thinks of you, do you?
I don't know what came over me.
My parents have never been spoken to like that before.
I panicked.
Other boyfriends have fallen over themselves trying to get my parents to like them. But not you.
Please don't rub it in.
Tonight, I saw someone who loves me for me, not for my parents. Do you know what I'm gonna do to you?
No.
I'm gonna do things to you you thought only existed in dirty magazines.
Really?
Things you would have never imagined a nice girl like me to know how to do.
Great.
I promise this will be the most memorable night of your life. If I miss anything out, anything at all, I want you to be sure to tell me.
Okay. Can't wait to upset the rest of the family. Maggie, have you got those consumer reports for me?
No, not yet. I'm rather busy. Oh, I knew it. Timscape is up 48 points. If I'd have bought yesterday, I'd be, what, £350 better off by now.
No, but look, Cadogan Textiles dropped 70. See, that'd have wiped you out. Let's face it, Maggie, we're amateurs. If you're going to invest in shares, you need to know what you're doing.
Morning, bankers, and how's the footsie faring this morning?
Well, if it isn't Bob Slay, the housewife's choice.
How did it go last night? Did you pass the test?
I not only passed, Vaughan, I graduated with honours.
Well, there you go, you see. Bet Lauren was pleased.
Oh, if she was any more pleased, I don't think I'd be here to tell the tale.
How long are they in town for? Are you going to see him again?
Come sit over here. I've got some news that might upset you. Vaughan, I've chucked them.
You can't chuck your girlfriend's parents.
Oh, I knew you'd take it badly.
Was it a very ugly scene? I would have loved to have been there.
Well, you were there in spirit, Maggie. Thinking of you helped delay my 5th orgasm for that vital 14 minutes.
This has been your chance to forge a meaningful parental relationship. Brian and his parents have become two of my closest friends.
I know you mean well, Vaughan, but believe me, Isabel and Michael were two of the most tedious and pompous people I've ever had the pleasure of offending. My life will be all the richer without them.
Oh, God! Joy of joys!
Not wearing those Chinese love balls again, are you, Maggie?
There's a lovely photograph of Lauren and her parents in today's paper. And quite an interesting article.
What are you talking about?
Michael Hudson, pictured here with his wife Isabel and top model daughter Lauren.
Give me that.
No. Let me read it to you. Billionaire American financier Michael Hudson arrived in the UK yesterday to complete the takeover of First Fidelity by Provident Western, securing Hudson the world's 3rd largest investment group.
My God. Bloody typical. I have the best possible relationship with my girlfriend's father, and he works for the sodding council.
Vaughan, a moment earlier, you urged me to reconsider my position. Perhaps I should. It's not often you're right. In fact, virtually never. But on this occasion, I find your arguments hauntingly persuasive.
Yeah, I bet you bloody do.
Morning, all.
Morning, sir.
So, Bob, what news?
Well, sir, I wondered if you'd be interested in seeing a photograph of my future father-in-law.
Oh, got his picture in the paper, eh? Well, I always say, marry the father, have sex with the daughter. And the mother, of course. But for the kind of money he's worth, I'd be tempted to roger the whole bloody lot of them. So, tell me, how did things go last night with the delicious Isabel?
By the end of the evening, sir, both Lauren and Isabel could barely keep their hands off me.
20 exquisitely rich little fingers, eh?
In fact, with your permission, sir, I was hoping to take a little time off at lunch break. I was thinking of popping round to Isabel's hotel to move on to phase 2 of the operation.
Take as long as you need, Bob. If it were me, I'd take the rest of the day.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Go get her, Bob.
Yes, sir.
You young buck!
Sir, before you slam the door shut in my face, let me just say one thing. The person you met last night was more of a stranger to me than he was to you.
What the hell are you talking about?
I beg you, just give me the chance to explain.
We heard all we wanted to hear from you last night. Close the door, Michael.
But I was drugged!
Drugged?
Yes. My idiot assistant Maggie confused my vitamin tablets with her antidepressants. She gave me enough Prozac yesterday to fell a bull elephant.
Surely you're not asking us to believe this.
I realised my behaviour last night was outrageous. But I felt it was important that you know the truth. For your own peace of mind, I want you to know that your daughter is not with a lunatic, but with a caring, decent young man who loves her very, very deeply. I've taken up enough of your time. These are for you, with my heartfelt apologies. And thank you for listening. Thank you.
Just a minute, young man. You'd better come in for a moment.
Well, I can't stay long. I'm giving blood at 2. Right. Where do you want me?
I warn you now that we'll require at least 1 hour's sleep tonight.
I hear you went to see my parents.
Yes, I did. They're such charming people when you get to know them. They're popping by the office for a spot of lunch tomorrow. Be great if you could join us.
When did you discover they have money?
They have? Well, that's wonderful news. We won't have to keep them in their old age.
Last night, for the first time, I thought I'd found someone who loved me for me, not for my parents' money. Something I've craved my whole life. And just for a moment, you gave me that. And then you sold out!
Hey, put yourself in my position. I've never had parents. You've got 2 perfectly good ones you're not even using. Won't you share them with me?
You're so much less attractive than you were last night. I thought you were different, but you're not. You're just like all the others. I'd like you to leave.
Oh, honey, we can work.
My parents always ruin everything. Screw them and screw you.
But honey, we'll be...
Get out!
Love you.
I can't believe the Michael Hudson is visiting our office.
I know. Do you know, he's reputed to earn 100 million a year. That is... God, £285,000 a day.
Come on, Lauren, please turn on your phone. I should have gone straight round there this morning and begged for forgiveness.
Do you know, if Michael Hudson averages 7 hours sleep, he wakes up £84,000 richer than he went to bed.
The bloody Hudsons will be here in 5 minutes.
Whereas you, on the other hand, you wake up £12.50 worse off.
We've had fights before, but we've always made up. What if she never speaks to me again? Vaughan, I love this girl. And it's all your fault.
What? What do you mean, my fault?
I took your advice. I embraced her sodding parents with open arms, and look where it's got me!
Bob, you're being ridiculous. Nobody could possibly hold it against you for being nice to their parents.
Well, not if they were lepers, Vaughan, but they're billionaires.
She just needs time to cool off. She'll come round.
Is there a Bob Sleigh here?
Yes.
I believe these are your belongings, mate. And I've been instructed to collect a key. The lady said on no account should I leave without it.
What? This is unbelievable. Go on, then. Cabby. You have it your way. Take the bloody key.
This is a Yale key, Gov. I've been instructed to leave with a Banham.
This is an outrage!
Look, if I don't return with the correct key within 30 minutes, the locks will be changed.
You do realise this is the key to my heart, don't you?
Ah, thank you very much, sir. I'll treasure it.
You're expecting VIPs. Well done, Bob. It's not every day that a living legend visits the office.
Very exciting, sir.
We must roll out to the red carpet. Better make it a shag pile, eh, Bob? So, how was Isabel? Show me the bite marks.
Oh, excuse me. Laurel? Oh, thank you. Hudson's here. Is he? Michael Hudson's here?
We'll catch up later then, eh, Bob?
What am I going to do? If I go to lunch with her parents, I'll never see Lauren again. There's only one thing for it. I'm going to have to dump them, and dump them quick.
We are one of the top 5 players in the personal hygiene marketplace worldwide.
Ah, Bob.
Mrs. Hudson.
Bob.
Sir?
We're all very proud of him here. He's already responsible for half the armpits in this country. Not something to be sniffed at.
I must say, London has changed so much since we were living here.
Really? Well, my office enjoys the finest panorama in the city. I'd be honored to share it with you, Mrs. Hudson.
How kind.
Please, do come this way.
Sir, I wondered if I could have a quiet word with you in my office.
Sure.
Oh, it's an honor to meet you, sir. I've never shaken hands with a billionaire before.
Well, for that matter, son, neither have I.
Would it be too cheeky of me to ask for some advice?
You see, we're very fortunate to receive our pay bonuses this
Mr.
week.
Hudson hasn't got time to discuss...
Don't worry, Bob. Everybody needs a little helping hand from time to time. I'll tell you what, seeing as you're friends of Bob's, to get you started, I'll let you ride in the back of one of my more lucrative investments.
Oh, thank you.
Go see Kristen. I'll give him a call after lunch, tell him to expect you. You couldn't get a better deal if you walked into a bank with a loaded gun.
We'll go this afternoon. Thanks again.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Hudson. Oh, thank you, Bob. Friend.
Well, if you two are quite finished, sir, shall we?
Fire away, Bob. What is it I can do for you?
Well, this is a little bit difficult, actually, sir. I was wondering if you could...
Come on, Bob. Out with it.
I was wondering if you could lend me some money.
You want money?
Yes.
Well, how much are we talking about?
About 500? Thou.
You want to borrow 500,000 pounds? What the hell do you need it for?
Well, it's a silly thing, really. I have to pay back my last girlfriend's father.
Are you seriously asking me to lend you £500,000 so you can pay back your ex-girlfriend's father? Well, are you?
I told you parents were my Achilles heel. How can I disappoint my new dad? I've only had him a day.
Bob, tell me you're joking.
I had you going there, didn't I, Mr. Hudson?
God damn it, you did! You damn well did! You have to get up pretty early in the morning and put one over on me, son!
I'm powerless, like Superman buried in kryptonite.
Oh, it's a breathtaking view.
Yes, isn't it? Of course, you will have noticed 1 or 2 new erections have popped up since you were last in town.
Yes. Well, you all seem to think very highly of Bob, I must say.
Oh, he's the golden boy. Everybody wants a piece of him. Of course, I know which bit you're getting.
I don't quite follow you.
Oh, this company may have the benefit of his creative juices, but you're enjoying his bodily juices.
I beg your pardon?
Well, let's not be coy. We both know that ever since he first set eyes on you, he's had a stiffy the size of the post office tower. Swelled, so I understand, by the thought of your ripe, pampered buttocks spread-eagled over his desk.
Bella will love it when I tell her this one.
Michael, we're leaving.
Absolutely. Come on, Bob.
Bob will not be joining us.
Anything wrong, honey?
I do not wish to discuss it, thank you, Michael.
Is everything okay, Mrs. Hudson?
And you, young man, should learn to control yourself.
Sorry, Bob. Looks like we need to take a rain check. We'll do lunch another time.
I look forward to it, sir.
Still here, Bob? I thought you were lunching.
Yes, there's been a bit of a change of plan, sir. I couldn't help but notice Mrs. Hudson was a little frosty towards me. You couldn't shed any light on that, could you, sir?
Well, there could have been a small indiscretion on my part, Bob.
Indiscretion, sir?
Well, I might have been a tad over-eager to sniff the sheets, so to speak. Really, God love 'em.
God.
You can have a glass of champagne, eh? You know, celebrate our investment.
Thanks, Vaughan. Not really in the mood.
All right, so leave it there in case you change your mind.
Life is a cruel and twisted path. A couple of days ago, I had the most beautiful girlfriend in the world. And billionaire parents I didn't even know existed. 48 hours later, I'm standing here with absolutely nothing. My only slim consolation is that Maggie and Vaughan's life savings will have been redirected into Nigerian junk bonds by now. That should wipe the smile off their smug little faces. Yeah.
Bobby, whatever did you say to them?
Lauren!
My parents have taken a dislike to boyfriends before, but nothing like this.
Please, please, don't put the phone down.
You're way out in the lead. I'm impressed.
You are?
I've remembered a couple of very dirty things I didn't do to you the other night. I want you here in my bed by 7 o'clock.
Yes.
I'll leave the door on the latch.
Okay. Bye. I am in a very good mood. You know what? I've got a bit of time to kill. I might even do some work. Bob Slay, happiest man in the world.
Bob, it's Isabel Hudson.
Mrs. Hudson, about today I can explain.
You will do exactly as I say. Is that understood?
Yes.
First of all, I want you to imagine my ripe, pampered buttocks spread-eagled across your desk. Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Good. I'm at the hotel. You know which suite. Michael is at meetings for the next couple of hours, so I'll expect you in 10 minutes. Oh, and Bob.
Yeah.
Don't take the lift. Use the stairs. I want to lick the sweat off your body.
Well, it's been a funny old day, hasn't it? Now I'm in something of a quandary. I don't know. What would you do? Me too.